Before we get started with the video, I just want to let you guys know that only a small percentage of my viewers are subscribed to the channel. So if you guys know you want to see more of the content, then hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to see more of it. Other than that, enjoy the video. Sup YouTube, this is Tomy back again with another custom showcase or probably custom engine real vehicle alongside destination build. Excited to look at my custom Henry and Wade. No, not this Henry. This one, that's my old one, which I was using while I was talking about. Let's see, I think this one, wait, no, that's my old shit model. Hold on. This one. Today we're looking at my new Henry the Green Engine. So, without further ado, let's jump right into this. Henry the Green Engine is probably one of my favorite characters from the show. He started out as a pathetic engine who couldn't steam well because of his small firebox, until one day Topham brought him Welsh Cola and he felt better again. One night he was tasked on pulling the Flying Kipper, but he got sent to a site and crashed into another goods train. Luckily, Sir Topham had saved him and sent him to Crew Works, where he was rebuilt into a Black 5, and then the rest is history. I really like Henry. He's probably one of the best characters in Thomas and Friends, and especially in the model era mostly, since, you know, even when Hit took over, they kind of fumbled him a bit, but at least they kept his nature side. But when CGI switched, they just did him dirty. He was literally afraid of everything, which I want to talk about, but this is a custom showcase and not a character analyze video. Go and watch Unlucky Talk, by the way. So anyways, let's jump to my Henry model. So if you guys been my channel long enough, you may know that I used to own, well, first of all, I owned a Trackmaster talking Henry, the one from my childhood, but then that was just too weak to move. So I used the Plarail 2018 Henry throughout my channel, and I gave it a power dasher motor along the way. But I didn't like how it didn't scale well with the rest of my engines. So I decided to replace it with the classic Henry model, which the battery goes in the tender. So I bought two Henrys in a big Thomas lot, which you already seen by the way, one Hit Toys and one Fisher Price, but I wanted to combine them both because I didn't want to use one or the other. So let's get into it. So the my Henry is a 2009 Fisher Price model that runs on the motor and chassis of the Hit Toys model. The reason why this is because I hate how the Fisher Price tender engines, their motors and their wheels are attached to the motor, and they look straight, but when you put them on the track, they dip forward in the front, and it was just so painful. Yeah, at this point I should be banned from using the Fisher Price Trackmaster tender engines. Well, with the exception of Edward, he's fine. Anyways, okay, so after I got them both, I just started disassembling them, and they were all both clean. The motor was fine, well, though I do want to have sprint dash motor on the way. So for the Fisher Price one, I just cut the wheels off because I wanted them to have the same color wheels, because the difference between the Hit Toys and the Fisher Price was that the Hit Toys one is a little more dark faded green, while the Fisher Price more of a vibrant lighter shade of green. So hope you guys see that. And I didn't have to do the handrails or the stripes because it's already done the boiler, but I did the handrail detail on the smoke box. So I did that, and then after that I had to replace the tender because the number 3 on the Fisher Price tender looks much better, because I never liked how skinny the number 3 was on the Tomy, Hit Toys, and Plarail tender. Well, Plarail made it too small, too blurry, so I really didn't like that. When I tried to open the screw from the Fisher Price tender, the screw was like really tight, so I just used a drill, but I just drilled too much that I stripped the screw. So I had to like drill in the hole where this tender connects, and then I had to replace the strip screw with another one, and it was alright. Well, you can still see the gap in the buffer me, but it's fine. Anyways, after that was done, I just put the wheels together, and it was just pretty much all coming together. While that was done, I just got to working on the running board, just painted white, and then I did the lamps, and then the the buffers, and I also gave a riveting detail on the buffer beam because I wanted to base my Henry off his gauge 1 prop, so kind of like that. And then I just painted his arches on smokebox green because I didn't like how they looked when they were black. And after that, I just painted his undercarriage black, and I guess that was pretty much all I did for him. And then I also had to fix the sticker using some super glue, but I didn't clear cut the tender, so I'll have to do that later. And I guess that's pretty much it how I did Henry, so let's jump right into my model. Alright folks, so here is my Trackmaster Henry. This is, like I said, it's the official price model, but he runs on the chassis of a Hit Toys chassis. So, alright, so it was, just move the track out of the way. Alright, so here up first, here's the front. I prefer this face. This is the official price Trackmaster face because one, it has more realistic eyes in the mouth. It's perfect, better than the Plarail and the other face that came after it. So I chose this one. The eyebrows on this one kind of faded, so I just fixed it with a marker. And then here's the running board. I gave him the rivet details so far. If I could just focus. There we go. So here's those rivet details right there. So I based off his prop kit. Used the buffer beam of a BR78. I decided to do that. And then here's the lamps. I painted them white and silver lens and the lamp iron. Alright, just zoom out. Alright. So here's the side. It's the white rainbow and the arches. And then here's the tender. I haven't clear coated the tender because of the stickers, so if you guys know how to clear coat stickers, let me know in the comments below. And then here's the back. I painted this cab black because, you know, I decided to make it more realistic, so I might do the same approach with my other tender engines. Maybe I'll do it with James, Edward, and Gordon, and Spencer, like all the other tender engines. And then I want to paint this part black. I'll do it later. In the back, here's the buffer beam. That strip screw. So like, this is where the screw got stripped. I had to replace it, but I don't know. But it's fine. And I gave the tail end for my old Henry. And I know Henry has this like thing on his tender in the prop, but that's on the 2012 tender of the Trackmaster, but I don't know, we'll see. And then here's the other side, same thing, the stripes, the boiler handrails, and here's the underneath, Hit Toys Trackmaster, and the wires, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so, sorry. Alright. So let's get into like how I painted him. So, hold on. Alright, so the rainboard was just painted using this high gloss white, and then the undercarriage and lamp irons and buffers were painted using this gloss black. The buffer, I also used this matte red paint because when I was spray painting the running board, this paint just got splashed all over the buffer beam in this area running board, so I had to like fix it up with this red. It looks a little different from the back buffer, but I'm sure you can barely notice it. And handrail details were done with a silver marker. And then I fixed the eyebrow and did the rear details with this really thin Sharpie. The arches were done painted using bright green, but I don't have the cam because it ran out, so I have to get more. And then finally, all this was she was given a clear coat to protect the paint. So I really want to wear free coat, clear coat the tender too. I could paint that black, so maybe I'll do it like after the video. So if you guys are wondering where the Hit Toys Trackmaster Henry is, it's here. It's right here in this bag. Here's the Fisher Price chassis. Like I said, this Henry will become a big city engine, so stick around for that. The tender is like back in my garage, so I'll get it out, like get to work afterwards. So I guess that's pretty much all I have to say about this Henry. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see him in action. Yeah, he does run, so but I want to give him a sprint dash motor sometime in the future, but hopefully one day. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy it, and see him in action. Enjoy the footage. Well, folks, there you have it. That was my custom Trackmaster Henry the Green Engine. I'm really proud of how he came out and how he looks much better than my Plarail's CGI Henry. So he'll be my new Henry from now on. I can't wait to show him in my future videos. So I've been kind of busy with stuff recently with other projects and also in my regular life. I also have more custom coming up. So speaking of which, I have this little dude who got paint splatter Thomas. He's 100% complete and 100% accurate. So he'll get the next spotlight in his custom showcase. Well, there are also other characters that I want to update in the future. Like I got here is Arthur. I already started updating him not too long ago. He has I gave him silver heroes, but I want to give him a black undercarriage Gordon. So rather than his actual number like the bases, so that's something I'm gonna do for him. I have Emily. She needs a lot of improvements. Shorten the coupling, give her actual wheels because I hate how they give her these tiny fake wheels in. Probably give her a smaller face because it looks too big for my liking. So that's Emily. And then Edward, I already updated him somewhat. I fixed the eyebrows and gave him black mouth like his season, sorry about that, season 2 to 5 approach, because I couldn't get him white mouth. And I also want to update his buffer beam because I want to do it just like Henry, but it didn't turn out well, so I'm going to have to redo that. And give him a new running board because it's starting to crack. I'm going to also give him a black cap too, along with James. Oh, speaking of James, here's James. Yeah, just kidding. James needs a lot. I want to redo him because when I gave him the clear coat, it kind of affected his color. Now he's more red orange like, and it's just not looking perfect. So the motor's fine, but I just want to give them a proper red, like how he does with his Tomy, his Trackmaster, and Plarail counterparts. So, and I'm gonna have to fix that smoke box because it's cracking and leaning forward. So, yeah, it's pretty much all I have to do. So, he'll probably be redoing that, or if I finish Mavis and Salty. So, who knows? And I guess that's pretty much all I have to say. So, if you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like. Let me know what your thoughts in the comments, and feel free to share the video, spread the awareness, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, because it helps out a bunch. Other than that, y'all take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.